All right, my people. Yeah, you are welcome to the platform Timo Starboy Reality Talk TV. Yeah, I greet you at your location time. This is Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday 5th September. Sorry, Tuesday 5th September. So we are waiting for the Judgment Day tomorrow. That is the 6th Wednesday, September. So we say we should bring you update on the petition Tribunal court that is heading the election. So it's gonna come up tomorrow. That is Wednesday on the 6th of September 2023. So so the judgment day will happen tomorrow. So please be aware and tune in. So anyway, I will play you the video, and there is a question raising. The question raising, they said whether they should televise the judgment day that is in the court. This is what we have been telling them, to televise even the proceeding of the court, but they say no. But now they want to televise the judgment day on the television. So for me, I like it, but I don't know about you. If you like it, just put your comment below. We want to your suggestion. Either they should televise the judgment day on the national TV, so everybody will hear from their from their ear. They should hear it out from the horse's mouth in the court. So this is update we want to bring, we want to share with you guys now. So I will show you the video. I will show you the video of the update. So as usual, as we are doing. So if you are coming in, just like, share, as usual. Just like, share. And if you are first time in our page, please follow our page, all our page, Timo Starboy Channel Blogs, on Facebook, on YouTube, Timo Starboy Reality Talk TV, on Twitter at Timothy Olaripo1. So thank you, God will bless you. So don't let me waste your time. So let me show you the video. I think my Bluetooth is on. Okay, yeah, it's intact. So let's hear from the Arise TV. Let's hear from them. So don't forget, share our program. God will bless you. Okay, so let's go.
Departure from the decision against live coverage of proceedings, the presidential petition judgment will be televised. For the first time in Nigeria's history, the Presidential Election Court will allow video cameras into courts to provide a live telecast of its judgment on the petitions challenging the electoral victory of President Bola Tinubu. Arise correspondent Godfrey Eshemoge has more.
September 6th is D-Day in the Nigerian judiciary under the current administration.
That was tomorrow.
It's the day that the 5-member panel of the Presidential Election Petition Court, headed by Justice Haruna Samani, will decide on petitions challenging the victory of Bola Tinubu of the All Progressives Congress (APC) on the outcome of the February 25 polls. Atiku Abubakar of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) and Peter Obi of the Labour Party, as well as the Allied People's Movement (APM), are seeking to nullify the election's outcome. Atiku and Obi had called 40 of the 150 witnesses they had listed. These alongside loads of documents tendered to prove their case that Mr. Tinubu wasn't the winner, citing a number of reasons including INEC acting in breach of the Electoral Act and allegations of forgery, dual citizenship, and drug trafficking leveled against Mr. Tinubu. But Tinubu, who is now Nigeria's president, denied the charges against him by the PDP, LP, and APM petitions throughout the hearing. Earlier in the proceedings, which kicked off on May 8th, both the PDP and Labour Party presidential candidates had applied to the court to allow a live telecast of events to give a sense of transparency and fairness to the public. But the call to allow the cameras failed, with the court stating on May 22 that doing so will amount to making the proceedings one big circus show, adding that the Nigerian constitution doesn't permit it.
The court, in its wisdom, decided that the subject of our application, i.e. the live streaming and open telecast is not in any way connected with the merits of our petition. The petition is separate, it's ongoing. The application did not succeed to have the televised version of the proceedings relate to the entire world. And as far as we are concerned, we are now set for hearing.
And the observers say it was highly unlikely that the court will make a U-turn, but they have now been proven wrong. As the days of waiting turned into weeks, a sense of despondency and frustration began to build, translating to hashtags such as, quote, "Eyes on the judiciary," "Tell us the date," and so on. Finally, the long wait is over. The date is now known. September 6 has been set aside as D-Day after huge fireworks during the hearing. And in an astonishing turn of events, the court has finally made a U-turn by allowing the cameras in, but with a proviso that the faces of judges won't be shown. The judicial authorities say allowing the cameras into the courtroom is to reduce the number of anxious Nigerians that may want to storm the court on Wednesday to hear the verdict for themselves, possibly overwhelming the capacity of the Temple of Justice. Legal experts say allowing the cameras in the courtroom is a significant development in the country's judiciary, but that what will be more significant yet is Wednesday's decision and the ultimate decider upon a possible appeal at the Supreme Court by any of the parties on who actually won the 2023 presidential election. Godfrey Eshamuge, Arise News.
Wednesday, the 6th of September, which is tomorrow's Judgment Day. Rufai.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Let's look at it. Let's say it pans out. Wednesday, it has finally been decided. We all know what all the candidates brought forth. The case up for determination will be across 3 political parties, 8 p.m. They talked about the nomination of Kashim Shettima as the running mate to President Tinubu. Then we all know the case of Peter Obi, another extensive one that talked about the potpourri of issues, and Atiku Abubakar also talked about potpourri of issues about including the forfeiture, trying to seek the court's understanding as regards if someone that has forfeited, in the case in America, about 460,000 USD, can run for presidency, and also everything that happened around the elections, both candidates say they claim they are the winners of the elections. Let's see how the court, I don't want to go back into it because the court has reserved a date. The date is tomorrow. We're going to see a telecast. But I think in going forward, a couple of ideas I'd like to throw around. After we had the 2007 elections, which Umar Musa Yar'Adua, then president, said the elections that brought me were fraught with a lot of irregularities, and he did something about it instead of the waste reports. There were many recommendations made. Part of the recommendation was, number one, that the president should not be the one to determine who will become INEC chief. I think we must look back at those recommendations if we want to truly deepen democracy. The INEC chief must not be from the president. We must be able to find a method where we get who is going to head INEC to be able to make it truly independent. And secondly, we must also conclude everything in our electoral litigation before swearing in. It has to be said. Because once swearing in is done, a lot of people argue that it's just sort of like a fait accompli. So if we can use a model where we have a special court and it goes through that process as regards presidential, litigations before swearing in, we can't do that. And we can't do that because when you look at it, from election day to swearing in day, you have still like a 3-month window. So can we do it within the 3-month window? If election was concluded on 25th and we got the results maybe before March, April, May, ending of May swearing in. So we have that 3-month window, we can do a lot. So because this idea of we have to go to court with our electoral process and everything, it just makes our elections and the right of the people to be able to elect their leaders suspect. Let us make it about the people and let us boost our electoral process. And I think these are those 2 recommendations I'll put forward.
Okay, 1 month, 4 days after the presidential election petition court concluded hearings in the matter of the presidential election of February 25, the court has now said that it will deliver its judgment tomorrow. One popular phrase around the place has been all eyes on the judiciary. In a literal sense, all eyes will be on the judiciary tomorrow.
Exactly.
Because expectations are very high.
That's obvious.
People waiting on the outcome of that process and what would be declared the findings of the five-person panel led by Justice Samani, who is the leader of the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal. Now, the PDP is hoping that it will get victory. The Labour Party and supporters of Mr. Obi have all been saying that, tomorrow the tribunal will rule in their favor. Number three, the ruling APC is saying that the president is confident because he trusts the judiciary so much that, in fact, as the tribunal is delivering its judgment tomorrow, President Tinubu will be far away in India, in New Delhi, attending, on the sidelines, attending events on the sidelines of the G20 summit, and also perhaps the B20 that is led by, the chairman of UBA, Tony Elumero. Wow. Okay. So, what are the concerns that we have seen? One, the security agencies have said security will be very tight tomorrow, not just in Abuja, where the judgment will be delivered, but also in other parts of the country. That all troublemakers should beware, because both the DD.
The danger of diabetes is one of the...
Sorry, guys. One of our disturbance. I'm very sorry, guys. I'm very sorry to wait, to keep you wait. So we have a disturbance here. We resume back. Okay, we are back.
All troublemakers should beware, because both the DDI, the police, and other security agencies, they are on strong alert to prevent any kind of misconduct. Number two, the court itself, speaking through the registrar, has said that, look, staff of the Court of Appeal should go on vacation tomorrow. They don't have to come to work tomorrow. And that in any case, the persons that will come there will have to be strictly persons that have accreditation, including staff that will have to be unpicked by management, and also counsel. And at least one of the legal teams has published a list of just 8 names of 4 members of the inner bar and 4 members of the outer bar who will represent, in this particular case, the APC, so that the courtroom will not be overcrowded. Number 3, we've also been told that the broadcast, the proceedings will be televised. And I think that will gladden the hearts of many Nigerians who have been saying, look, they want to be part of this. And that's a ruling that Nigerians will be interested in very much tomorrow. However, our point will be that whatever the outcome of that tribunal, it is important that all parties involved respect the ruling of the court. And the process is not concluded tomorrow, and that is the rub of it. You can still go on appeal all the way to the Supreme Court. What it means is that as the matter could then go to the higher court, to the apex court, you could have the processes continue till maybe about February next year, which then provides a justification for those persons who say, look, a government gets into power, you are in court, determining the legitimacy or otherwise of the election. Meanwhile, the Tinubu administration has spent over about 100 days. He is already chairman of ECOWAS. He is already gone to African Union. He is on his way to G20. So, in other words, so it's convenient for the man that is elected to play rose garden politics. So the residual point is that we need to return in reviewing the electoral framework for Nigeria to some of those concerns that have been raised about qualification, about the determination of election petitions. Otherwise, the court can just hide under technicalities and continue on it till, the 180 days stipulated by the Constitution, expires.
Well, it seems like the judiciary has listened to the calls by a number of people that all eyes on the judiciary in another context, in terms of opening up their doors to video cameras and a live streaming of the proceedings tomorrow when they deliver judgment. I think this is quite important because I wish they'd done this earlier when this case had come before the courts at the beginning of this petition tribunal, because what happened in the interim was that we then had people who were acting as pseudo reporters and a lot of news and fake news was flying around. Some people would give accounts of what happened, different. So perhaps they didn't put that into consideration, that by preventing media from showing the true accounts of what transpired in courts, it gave room for, counter fake news to be the order of the day. So this will be avoided tomorrow when judgment is delivered, and everyone can watch live by themselves without depending on reported accounts of what transpired in court. So good one for the courts. Now, in terms of all eyes being on the judiciary, it's a fine moment for the judiciary in Nigeria to demonstrate that it's indeed an institution that can be trusted, an institution that is that it has integrity, an institution that will uphold the rule of law. Irrespective of how the judgments will come out, what Nigerians are looking forward to is that the justices would indeed consider the matter on the merit of the case, which of course they are more than qualified to do. So there's no doubt about that in that area. I believe that all eyes will be on their screens tomorrow. Arise TV will definitely be showing that proceeding. And at the end of the day, finally, I just want to say that, as Dr. Bati had mentioned, every party, each of the parties believe that they ought to come out victorious following tomorrow's judgment announcement. However, irrespective of how it turns out, I do hope that Nigerians will take on the path of the law rather than resort to any other, taking laws into their own hands. We hope that people will address the courts, perceive there's an opportunity to appeal if it doesn't go in the favor of any particular party.
Please leave your comment.
Again,
leave your
we
comment.
Trust that the judiciary will do right,
Guys,
not just by
comment.
the candidates, but by Nigerians as a whole.
Okay, so that is it for this video. So I will play another one that is, connecting to this one.
Let Mahmoud come and challenge me on this platform.
No, this not it's not this one. Sorry for guys. So let me play you this video. Let me quickly play you this video. This one is attaching to the, because one of the Justice Odiali, she was spoken about outcome, and the people, they don't like how she addressed the thing, So what's wrong? I think I have a technical glitch on Facebook, so it's giving me some warning. So anyway, it's back. So no cause for alarm. So let me quickly play you this video so that you can understand. This one of the justice. I don't know whether she has taken money, bribe. As you know them, their way, So let me talk about it. Don't let me speak. Split it with my own mouth. So we all know how the gullible they are, and the tactics they are used to be, dreamable people around. So yeah, let's hear from the houses. It's from Arise TV as well. So let's play. Let's go. What's wrong? Okay.
Court Justice Mary Odili delivered insightful remarks at a recent Abuja colloquium celebrating Joe Kiari Gazama, SAN's 25th anniversary as a senior advocate of Nigeria. Addressing the theme, The Nigeria of Our Dreams, a call to patriots, Justice Odili acknowledged the turbulence surrounding the 2023 elections while recognizing that feelings of loss and disappointment are natural in a democratic society. She firmly emphasized that actions that threaten national stability cannot be justified. She called for a commitment to resolving disputes through established legal channels such as electoral tribunals and the courts, rather than resorting to actions that could plunge the nation into turmoil. JP says very bad for former Justice Mary Odili to publicly praise Olanipekun and Fagbemi, who are representing Bola Tinubu and APC at the tribunal. For a former Supreme Court justice to be speaking on active case in court publicly is very worrisome. She can't bully Nigerians. Let's go straight to you, Rufai.
Part of it. But for me, the part of the speech that didn't go down well with me is the fact that people should not blackmail the judges. No, nobody's blackmailing the judges. People are just saying all eyes on the judiciary.
Yeah, exactly.
But it has to be stated You see, we don't want our democracy to go right.
They are getting it wrong. This is our so-called justice.
Democracy, not a military government. That's
I don't know what they are thinking about.
And this is for those that
and what they are taking us for.
No, I say no, perish the idea. Because in a democracy you can speak, but in a military government you can't speak. I mean, there are many copious stories of journalists jailed for doing their job in a military government. Arbitrarily. Secondly, people have a right to say judges should please do their job according to the tenets of the law. Lord Denning once said, and I quote, that a judge that sits on trial, the judge himself is on trial. Pure and simple. And the judge himself is on trial as regards the case of Nigeria. So we expect them to do right. She also talked about the part people ventilate their views. Yes. One other part we should also expect people to say is the fact that we have a lot of civilian coups happening, and we must have a country where we must constantly say no to electoral fraud. It's because we take too many things lightly in this country, and we just thinking, was it good, the things that happened in the last election? That people went out to vote and electoral fraud happened? That foreign media like the BBC was showing us the shenanigans in Obiakpo results? Anyway, those are before the courts now.
Yes.
So we should introspect and be truthful with ourselves, what we truly want from ourselves, and work for our democracy. All right? She said some parts of that, but that's just a part of the speech I also want to clarify. I've been hearing next story in my ears, so
this is the only story we're taking for today.
There's nothing that Justice Miriodili said that was out of place. She's a retired justice of the Supreme Court. As a retired judge, she's entitled to freedom of speech. People were saying, oh, she was praising APC lawyers. Well, Lateef Fagbemi, SAN, is Attorney General of the Federation. He was at that event in his capacity as Attorney General of the Federation. The order of protocol, there's no way he could have been ignored by a retired justice of the Supreme Court. Number two, Chief Wole Olanipekun is a legal icon in this country. He was chairman body of benchers. Justice Mary Odili took over from him as chairman of the body of benchers. There's no way she will be in a public forum, she will not acknowledge him. J.K. Gazama, SAN, in which honor the colloquium was held, is himself a very prominent PDP lawyer. So that was not a partisan occasion. And as for what she said about people who are attacking the judiciary and all of that, a simple point is that people should respect the rule of law and allow the judiciary to do its work. And that those who are opposing the judiciary and trying to pull down the roof because they are aggrieved, if they pull down the roof will also fall on their own heads. It's just pure common sense. So all that tittle-tattle about what Justice Mary Odili said is completely out of point, and I don't think she said anything that is wrong.
Anyway, so this is the end of the program. It's the end of the program today, so I would like to close. So, like I always said, guys, leave your comment below. Let us know how you feel. It's very important. And don't forget, share it, let it go around. So God will bless you in abundantly. So thank you for watching. So we will see tomorrow in Jesus' name. Inshallah. Have a wonderful week. Bye.